I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible because I already talked about this, but it wasn't working. But we're going to start again. So, today we're going to talk about how like energy is real. And I feel like everyone has like a lingering energy, and like it depends on the vibration and the level of vibration that you're at. Like some people have like a designated low vibrational energy, and some people have like high energy, right? High vibrational energy. And I truly believe this thing is real because I used to believe that like this is just like a myth, or not even a myth, but I used to like be quite skeptical about it, and just I never used to pay attention to it, but now I know that it's truly real. So we're gonna talk about this. So, and the reason why I believe like energy is real and like everyone has like this lingering like energy is because like you can detect that thing. Like I feel like everyone has like this sense in that they feel on the inside. Like there's a signaling that you have when you walk into a room, when you step into a place full of people, or like you meet different people with different characters and personalities. There's that sensing that you have, and some people call it intuition. But I like to call it like energy. Because I think it's a little more deeper and more complex than just saying your intuition, because your intuition can tell you like limited information about a person, but I feel like once you accept that like people have energies and you have energy, and you can kind of like sense it, I feel like that's when everything starts to click and make sense. But when I say energy and intuition, I'm just using it interchangeably, so it means the same anyway. So I just want to talk about like, first of all, I just want to start this with like giving a bit of context. So everything has changed, including the setup. It's not even the same. So much has changed in the past like 2 weeks now. So yeah, it's very different context from the last video. It's, yeah, a lot has changed. So I'm in a better situation now, but I feel like I've always been like overwhelmed by everything, but I feel like for the past 2 weeks it's been a lot more intense, like 10 times more intense than any like new phase of life that I've ever been in. Like everything is just thrown at me like 10 times more. And I feel like I'm just like learning a lot more than before, like much more, like a lot more revelations, a lot more lessons, like I feel like I'm building a lot more like philosophies in my mind of like how life works, how my life looks like, and like, and just like learning more about like just life in general, and just people and myself, and how that like correlates, like interacts with each other. Um, which is why I want to emphasize this idea that if you can that low vibrational energy whenever like you talk to someone or you go to a certain environment, trust that intuition, trust that sensing, because majority of the time it is correct. Because one thing I've realized is that like if you're a kind of person where it's like you've been through a lot, I'm talking like trauma in any way, you'll understand what I mean. And you understand this when I say like when you spot like toxic people, or like people that want to drain your energy, right? Or people that want to pull you down, especially narcissistic people. Because I've always thought about this. I always thought like, oh, you just meet like a few narcissistic people, but I feel like when you're exposed to new environments, not even just if you're exposed to like a larger, I don't know what I'm saying, but like a larger environment with like just more people than you've come across in your life. I've come across like different personalities, and I feel like the more you're pushed into those environments, the more you realize that like there are a lot more narcissistic people than you think. Like there's a lot more toxic people than you think, and you might look at them and think, oh yeah, this is someone that looks totally fine. Like this is the way our brain tricks us. It's like, okay, you look totally fine, but you talk to them and you're like, oh shit, I'm not even supposed to interact with you ever again. Like, whoa. And the thing is, it's not even about you. Like, you could even look at yourself and be like, oh, am I a terrible person? Especially if you're nice and they're not like nice back, or like if you're a generally kind person and like they make you feel a certain way, or they belittle you, or they like try to bully you in very subtle ways. It's like, it's not even about you at that point. You start to realize that like you're not the problem. And it's so funny because it's like your whole life you've been thinking, oh yeah, maybe if I change something about myself, or like I make myself better, because we always focus on like self improvement and personal improvement, which is a good thing. But you should be doing it for yourself. You shouldn't be doing that for others anyway. But I feel like we've always been convinced that it's a you problem. But I feel like the more you interact with like so many different people, the more you realize that it was never a you problem, and it's just more about the diverse personalities that people have. And for me personally, like especially now, when I sense the energy, I'm just like, I don't even tolerate it, bruh. Like if I realize that you're toxic, or like you're out to get me, I'm just nah. I don't even like I immediately cut off, like immediately. Like I don't even think about it anymore. And it wasn't always like this. Like honestly, I'm not even gonna joke. Like it wasn't always like this, because I know my background as like a people pleaser. I used to be a chronic people pleaser. Oh my goodness, the high school days, traumatic, honestly. But I feel like once you get over it, it's like, I don't know. There's just this sense and this feeling of like feeling numb as well, or just like detached. Yeah, detached is the right word. Oh my god. Uh, there's just this feeling of like detachment that you feel, where not that you, it's not like you don't care about what, like it's not like you don't care about people's emotions, but it's just more of like, because you can trust your intuition, you just don't really you just don't really give grace anymore. Like you just make quick decisions faster, for the sake of like your mental health, and for the sake of like your mind and your peace of mind. So yeah, that's the response that you get. It's not worth it to keep making excuses for people that don't even care about you. They don't even give a shit. When you really think about it, like they don't care. Like if their tactic is to bring you down in order to make themselves feel better, they don't give a shit about what you think, or how you would feel, or how that shit will scar you. They don't care. They're just gonna do whatever they need to do to fulfill themselves, to stroke their ego, and that's about it. So if you're sitting there like caring about their feelings and caring about what they think about you, it's like, well, newsflash, they don't care. So you might as well just look out for yourself. And yeah, it's kind of looking like at the end of the day, like you're the one that got yourself. Like at the end of the day, like it's your responsibility to take care of your like yourself and your mental health. And yeah, you can't trust people these days, honestly. You can't oh god. Oh, like you have no idea. And if you've experienced this, you know what I mean. Like if you've come to terms with this and you've had like an experience of this, like you understand what I mean. And it's a, I don't know, for some people it takes a long time to come to terms with, and it takes a long time to like see the pattern. But I feel like once it clicks for you and once you understand the pattern, you're just like, okay, you you're not gonna tolerate that anymore. And I feel like that's where I am. I'm just like, okay, I've seen how this plays out. I'm not gonna willingly put myself in a position where I'm gonna be hurt again. Like I'm just not gonna do that. Like I don't care. I don't care how long we've been friends for. Like I don't care how long we've seen each other. Like I I don't care anymore. Like I'm just like, nah. Like if I can sense that negative energy, I'm not about to accept that into my life. Like why why the fuck would I pile up why the fuck would I pile up more trauma into my life? Like if you've been through like even an ounce of like bullying, you know that like how much that can affect you. So why the fuck would I willingly choose to allow people in my life that are fake, that are toxic, that want to bring me down? That I don't care anymore. It's like I don't care. And I feel that's the attitude that you need to have. You need to be like, fuck, I don't care. Because these people they don't care about you either. You could be the nicest, sweetest person. They don't give a shit, bro. They don't care. So yeah, trust your intuition. The energy is real. 9 times out of 10, you're right. And do everything you can. Like do your best. Like protect yourself, protect your heart, and like just don't tolerate disrespect. Move on. Like it's really hard to move on. By the way, when I think about it, like it's hard, but it gets easier after a certain period of time. You're just like, well, I've got goals. Like I've got other stuff to do. Like, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just not gonna spend that much time worrying about like people dynamics. Like I'm nah. It's draining at the end of the day. So instead of doing that, I'd much rather just not have to deal with that. Yeah. And just be more like laser focused on your goals and like what you want to do and your purpose and how you're gonna fulfill that. Guys, oh my god, I lost my voice. Gosh, I got a cold. It's so cold out here. Fuck. Gosh. You know when your throat stings. Oh, gosh. Oh, anyway. So yeah, that's everything I've been learning lately. This might just be a rant, to be honest. I hope this mic works. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be so. I can't film this for the third time. So, yeah, that's everything. If you didn't get anything, if everything I said didn't make sense, just take one thing from this. Believe your intuition. Don't let people disrespect you. Get out of toxic like spaces. Don't tolerate disrespect. I think I kind of said that. And ultimately, energy is real. Trust it. Um, don't be around low vibrational people and narcissistic people because they will wreck you. I'm talking like if you thought if you thought that your healing journey was going smooth and then you go back or you attract or like you stay in an environment that doesn't serve you, you will get back to square one. And like, oh my god, like you have no idea. Like if you thought your healing journey was going smooth and you go back to the things that hurt you again, it's gonna be a tough ride. It's gonna be a tough ride. So I don't recommend it. So if you're making the progress, keep making the progress and be more like have a strict boundaries, like have very firm boundaries and strong philosophies about what you want. Just have strong boundaries, honestly. If you're like the nice, kind person, keep being kind, obviously. But also have like strong boundaries because people don't care. People don't care. Oh my god. People don't care. They don't care about you. Like they don't care. Have that ingrained into your mind. Okay? Human beings are selfish. Our nature is selfish. So if you think looking out for yourself is selfish, best believe the person that wants to hurt you is 10 times more selfish. So just look out for yourself because I promise you, if you if you go back to that, probably not gonna recover. And I'm not even being like pessimistic. Like, I'm not trying to be pessimistic. It's just a hard fact. Like, it's just the hard truth, really. So you might as well just look after yourself and your mental health, because people don't care. They don't. So instead of worrying about that, instead of putting your time and energy on that, just put your time and energy in yourself and your goals and what you want to do, and stop wasting time. Therapist, you're never gonna fix them. It's not gonna happen. Don't even think about it, bro. You're not the therapist. Leave that situation alone and move on. You never. Oh my god, do you think you can change someone? Do you genuinely think you can change someone's character? Yeah, no. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Do you think you can? Do you know how hard it is to sometimes change yourself and change your lifestyle? You think now you're gonna change someone? That's not gonna happen. You know that. So, energy is real. Cut toxic people out of your life and be focused on your goals. And yeah, I'm thinking about being more consistent, but I haven't brought my tripod with me. I only brought my mic and a light, and I forgot my tripod for my lights. So we're gonna see how this goes. I don't know how, but we're gonna see. Anyways, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't even talk. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next one.